Hello and welcome to Vikram Loves to Freelance. Now, is freelancer.com a scam? I myself, as a freelancer, when I first started out on these online freelance, bidding sites where you actually bid to win jobs, I started my career there as, on one of these sites which was owned by what is today freelancer.com, called getafreelancer.com in those days. And my experience was pretty good. But if you explore any of the links which I've provided in the description of this video, the broad feeling which I get is that freelancer.com is probably a huge scam. And that's where this is something which really gets me concerned, because see, today the bulk of my freelance work in terms of specifically on these bidding sites, online freelance bidding sites, I work on elance.com. It is definitely not a scam. It's a wonderful site where actually you can get well paying jobs which can more or less, yes, the competition is high, but more or less you can actually make a living. And having said that, I don't work on freelancer.com anymore. The reasons being that very low paying jobs and too many contractors or freelancers. You might see a job which pays $1 or $2 an article, and there are like 50 freelancers bidding on that. Obviously, the project owner is going to have a very tough time choosing a particular freelancer. And see, everything boils down to the fact that what differentiates Elance from most of these other freelance platforms is the fact that on Elance there's a cost associated with bidding. What they have chosen to name as connect. It costs you a connect, which basically costs you, like, it's built into your membership fee, which can be like, it'll cost you 33 cents a connect. And otherwise, when you buy additional connects over and above your membership fee, then it costs you 50 cents a connect. So let's take it as, say, about 40 or 50 cents it costs you to place a bid on a project. And that can actually increase, because the jobs which have higher budgets, they require like two connects, some require three connects or four connects. A featured job will cost you two connects. A job which whose budget is, say, between 500 and 1000 will cost you two connects, and so on. So that is why I think that's a very good system, because that restricts freelancers, and that in a way ensures that freelancers are putting adequate thought before bidding. They're not just bidding wildly, but they're actually putting adequate thought to, okay, this is a project which I can deliver well upon, and therefore let me go ahead and bid on that. That sort of a system doesn't seem to be followed by the other freelance sites, whether it's Guru or Odesk or freelancer.com. They don't seem to have that model, and that is the reason they are inundated with proposals each job. And it's virtually crazy, the way these sites, the way they operate. I don't know how they make money. I don't know why they work on that principle. I don't know why they follow the elance model as well, which I think it provides a much better experience to both project owners as well as freelancers. But why they're doing that, why they are not charging freelancers for bidding, why is it like a free for all sort of a situation? But coming back to my primary point of this video, if you can check out all the links in the description, I've there's so many links which seem to suggest that freelancer.com is clearly a scam. At the same time, when I look at the freelancer.com Wikipedia page, it seems to glorify the site to no end. And a lot of it is factual. The acquisitions that it has made: Lime Exchange, VWorker very recently, Scriptlands before that. It has set up local sites, including in my part of the world. And so it seems to be growing, but at the same time, a lot of people seem to have had a very bad experience. So I don't know. I mean, is it really so bad? Are you a person who works or has worked on freelancer.com the way it is now in terms of being freelancer.com? Do you also think that it's a scam? Are they really trying to fleece money at practically every stage from both clients as well as freelancers? And if that is so, we should probably raise this issue somewhere. I've checked out ACCC, and that's pretty much like the equivalent of BBB or Better Business Bureau. That seems to be a place. Now, why I'm saying mentioning ACCC is because freelancer.com is now Australia based. It's based out of Sydney. So ACCC is like a body where you can actually complain about any business which you think is fraudulent or not quite working the right way. So I think we should take it up with this body wherein it can actually double check. I tried to look up the person who's founded freelancer.com, the way it is, Matt Brady. Again, Matt Barry. And again, more or less what I got is that seems to be okay, but I don't know. Not all of these links can be fraudulent, and people can't just be putting up. And those, the fact that freelancer.com is a scam, those links are actually there on the Wikipedia page of freelancer.com. You can check it out. All the links are in the description. You can go ahead. You can just click on show more, and you'll see all the links which are provided. So you can take a look. And this is something particularly worrying. Why, if a business is operating this way as a completely fraud enterprise, then should it really be allowed to remain in business? Should it be allowed to grow this way? These are questions which we as members of the freelance community really need to ask ourselves. So please, I would really appreciate if you're working on freelancer.com, whether as a client, whether as a freelancer, please drop in your comments, and I would really love to understand that how the experience is going with the freelance community, which works outside of sites which I work on, and probably has a good or bad experience either way. Cheers.